It's so good, it's so good. Feels so good to me. It's so good, it's so good.
Can I ask you a really vulnerable question?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, especially in my life, there was a lot of challenges, right? A lot of downs, a lot of valleys. But still, something about us is resilient.
Yeah.
And we fight to change that story. We fight to turn it into a lesson, to turn it into a place of hope, to turn it into a spark, right? What do you think is probably the most, I guess, challenging thing that for you brought you to a place of I need to
make changes?
Yes.
I think it's I think like just spending most of my life, I would say 80% of my life, unfortunately, like being ashamed of who I was. That took a toll, you know. It's a hurtful place, built like on a lot of shame, fear, you know, the illusion of rejection or the fear of rejection. And I think at a certain point, you know, just being inspired by other people who are living their truths or people who overcame like challenges, I wanted that for myself too. And I think when I came out to my family and to my friends, and actually really more importantly to myself, and I really like started to own who I am, I think it really freed me of a lot of that hurt. And the more we own, and it's not just accepting, it really is owning who you are. For all the flaws and all the strengths, the more you can grow, the happier you are, and the closer you are to realizing, you know, the infinite, beautiful possibilities that are ahead.
Yeah.
But I think that the scars of the fear and the personal persecution of like, why am I different? You know, why am I this way? Or even just numbing yourself to feel like I am not that, you know, for so long, in that denial, that took a toll on your heart, you know. So, but then you have a choice. You either sink into deep depression and retreat, or you take a chance and you have the courage to overcome and take a chance on, you know, living life. So I'm glad I did the latter.
Yeah. I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
I'm really thankful for dance. You know, like Culture Shock was a place, like you talk about self-acceptance and diversity, like that is the place where I learned it, right? And to also meet inspiring, remarkable friends like you.
Like her.
Yeah. I'm very grateful to have had that. And I think so many of us, if you're still dancing out there, we stay. A lot of the reasons we stay is because that dance family, you know?
Yeah.
So thank you for being part of mine.
Oh, thank you for being a part of mine. Anna's like one of those too. I mean, we take turns, right?
Oh, yeah.
We take turns. Like, I've been through rough moments or, you know, moments of doubt, and she's there to hype me up. Same thing with her. Yeah, you know, when you have it, you just have to hold on to it. You have to not take it for granted, and because those sometimes are the pivotal blessings that are going to get you to where you're supposed to go. So.
Get an Arnel in your life.
I think first and foremost is like love yourself, because love has to start from within for you to be able to love other things and do things well. I say have compassion. We always have compassion for others, but you also need to have compassion for yourself. Through all the different parts of your journey, you're not always going to be perfect, but that's okay because you can learn from it. And if you do something you don't like, you always have the opportunity to apologize for it, right?
Right.
So have compassion. I would say like there's no rush. There's beauty in being a lifelong learner. So don't rush to find all the answers, because the answers are supposed to come to you in divine timing. One of the things I told you, I think, many years ago is also strike that balance between making things happen and letting things happen. So take those chances and take those risks, but also have enough patience to know that everything it's supposed to happen in divine timing. And
sometimes it's really about the right timing, the right people, and your right readiness. You know, your soul has to be ready for that moment to happen.
Oh gosh, this is gold. This is so. I mean, I love. You know why I love this? Because I learned also. You think I'm just like doing this for you? I'm not.
It's for us, really. I mean, you're just invited, but really it's for us.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. I did not remember that last part, but that is good.
Yeah, I think I remember one time we were both going through stuff, and I said, you know what I'm really digging right now? It's like, find that balance between making things happen and letting things happen. And I was like, yeah, because especially as leaders too, like dance leaders, like we sometimes have the pressure to feel like we have to protect everybody, we have to understand everybody, but yeah, we don't have to. We have to have enough compassion in ourselves to know, like,
what's the difference?
Yeah, you'll have some of the answers, and some of them, that's why you have other leaders around you. And sometimes that's also what growth is supposed to be all about. It's not being perfect, making mistakes, so you can learn from it and evolve.
When you look back on your life, what do you think people will most remember you for? What do you want them to remember you for?
I hope. Oh, I don't know. I'm getting emotional. I hope they. I hope they would think I was courageous enough to stand for what I believed in, and that I lived my most authentic life. And I would hope that my legacy would be light and love, really like what we believe with Culture Shock for all people, because I think that is the magic of life, is connecting with people and knowing you can make a difference that lasts beyond your years here on Earth, that you made a positive ripple possible by being exactly who you are.
Okay, ready?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so brothers.
There's too many brothers!
It's okay. Tagalog.
Mom.
Boyfriend.
Dream.
Ooh. Your favorite year on Kaba Modern.
My favorite year is definitely going to be my last year, because it was with Jose and Daisy. It was the El Cool J performance. So many of my most precious friends, my closest friends, who are still my best friends today, were of that era. There was so much family in that team. Actually, tonight when I teach masterclass, I'm teaching the ending to that routine, because it means so much to me.
So the LL Cool J, I think that's 1996. That was my last year dancing on Kaba Modern.
Culture Shock.
Purpose.
Most annoying Kinjaz member.
That is Michael Lord's the nicest, one of the most inspirational people I know. But when he turns into the Emperor, he's very unpredictable, so it's kind of scary. So I guess it would be the Emperor.
God.
Well, thanks for sharing this time with me. You know,
Of course.
I really appreciate it. Love you forever. Boba with friends is Boba. Well,
Cheers.